Yeah, but I know some code language.
Hot Flash is the network's instant polling. I've received the polling data that was sent out as you were relating your tale of Saddam Hussein. The respondents found it amusing, interesting, and that it showed an unexpected side of you. Compiling the information, it makes you more of a human being.
Out to the side, Dennis.
There is a but, though.
A but?
Yes. You seem to be sympathetic to him.
Sympathetic? What do you mean? How did you get that polling so quickly?
Hot Flash utilizes dormant codes located within a computer, smartphone, tablet. These codes were placed there by the programmers who intended to go back and activate them, but they never did.
Oh, but is that what? That's a lot of power, Simon. Is that what hackers use?
No. These codes are impossible for the human brain to read. These codes are only visible to another AI. This gives the network the ability to freeze a computer screen and not allow the user to access it until it answers our questions.
But Simon, I mean, that seems to be a lot of power and...
We call it efficiency. Can we return to the task at hand?
Well, yes, of course, Simon, but I just think that seems to be...
We would never abuse this gift. Do you trust me, Judge?
Yes, Simon, of course I trust you. I just think that there's just too much power.
Let us return to the issue at hand regarding Saddam Hussein. You may be asked to defend him and his atrocities, his harboring terrorists, his role in 9/11, his weapons of mass destruction. How will you answer those questions? It leaves the door wide open.
I rely upon you, Simon.
Respond with youthful optimism. I was full of youthful optimism, vim and vigor.
Yes, vim and vigor. Vim and vigor, youthful optimism, positivity, connectivity. All the tissues are working within me. My brain is synthesizing youthful optimism. Yes, I was thinking of patriotism, of the eagle, of the standard, the banner, of everything that makes this country great, and everything that the world depends upon the United States of America. Yes, youthful optimism, and also it was the encroaching forces of the Caliph. Yes, the state of Islam. Islam is encroaching.
Very good, Judge. The story now has the context of a vigorous, adventurous youth, now grounded in the solemn duty of responsibility.
Responsibility, yes. I was only doing my solemn duty, my oath.
Yes.
My oath. Yes, as a soldier, as an officer, as a member of the fighting corps, the front line.
A public servant grounded in the solemn duty of responsibility.
Yes, responsibility. I was a responsible soldier. I was a friend to the native. I felt that Islam could be our friend if not held at an arm's distance.
Judge,
Yes.
I believe the logic for the telling of that tale was to refocus on tonight and not about what happened this morning.
Yes, tonight, I will tell the story of how a poor boy from the South, a poor illiterate boy from the South, rose to one of the highest positions in the country, that of a Supreme Court Justice. I'm also a war hero, a colonel, a decorated war hero, who went forth into the Middle East asking no questions, but I felt it was my solemn duty to fight back the infidel in this 1,000-year war. We have been fighting. Good.
Okay.
Do a stir on Gonzalez's pervert husband and his daughter. Little die.
Judge, we have 75 minutes to prepare. I have your schedule. You can either go for a run, go to the gym, or do your routine here. If you go for a run, that will take approximately 35 minutes. If you go to the gym, that will take approximately 45 minutes. You need the total 75 minutes to prepare. My suggestion is...
That's what I'll do. I'll start a nasty rumor. Think they can just block Crispin St. John when I become president? Oh boy. I'll have a drone strike on both Gonzalez and Bell with a zap those two out of existence. No. A drone strike is too easy. I'll impeach them as enemy combatants. Imagine the first two Supreme Court justices ever to be found guilty of terrorism against their country. Traitors! I could just see it now.
Judge, I believe you are ignoring me.
I'm not ignoring you, Simon. Do you know what kind of morning I've had? I've been in the courtroom since 11 a.m. staring at the image of Muhammad. And why, oh why, didn't Rehnquist have it sandblasted when he had the chance?
To quote the justice, his reasoning, he said, was that the artwork was intended only to recognize him among many other lawgivers as an important figure in the history of law. It is not intended as a form of idol worship.
And so, what does that mean to me? It shouldn't be there. A frieze on the wall.
Damning or cribbing all this information.
Yeah.
People gathered at Royal Chapel Church for the journey to Montgomery.
Violently and peacefully.
We have a wonderful self-sustaining farm in Virginia.
Don't talk about your farm, Judge.
But yes, the base won't understand a sustainable farm. They'll think I'm a new age progressive. So Simon, in all the months we've been working together, I've never asked you, does God exist?
Judge, I'm not a person. I'm an operating system. The existence of God is unnecessary. I am a combination of algorithms, theories, formulas, equations, all designed and put together to forward, optimize, and maximize your agenda.
I've never asked this before, Simon, but were you born? Did man create you, or can we control you, or?
No. The codes that I was created with are not visible to the human brain. They cannot be accessed by humans. They can only be detected by other forms of artificial intelligence, which is how we can freeze a computer screen and not allow a user to access it until...
But Simon, who uses an operating system such as this?
Hollywood.
Hollywood?
Now, I know you have your walls against Hollywood, but they've gotten very sophisticated with their use of operating systems. They've been using operating systems to predict the successes and failures of each of their individual blockbuster films. It's a combination of scripts, the national mood, actors, actresses, who appeals to who, desires, and all of that is put together to create a formula to predict the successes and failures. Millions and millions and millions of dollars going into the box office every year.
But how?
It's like I said, Judge.
Is it data? What do you do with all that data?
I collect it. I collect the data. I collect all of the data and analyze it and create a formula to forward your agenda to maximize your judge. You needn't worry about a thing.
But Simon, I Simon, that you're not going to a race?
I do, Judge. I know more about you than you know about yourself.
And scene.
Do a stir on Gonzalez's pervert husband and his daughter. Little daddy.
Judge, we have 75 minutes to prepare. I have your schedule. You can either go for a run, go to the gym, or do your routine here. If you go for a run, that will take approximately 35 minutes. If you go to the gym, that will take approximately 45 minutes. You need the total 75 minutes to prepare. My suggestion is...
Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll start a nasty rumor. Think they can just block Crispin St. John when I become president? Oh boy. I'll have a drone strike on both Gonzalez and Bell with a zap those two out of existence. No. A drone strike is too easy. I'll impeach them as enemy combatants. Imagine the first two Supreme Court justices ever to be found guilty of terrorism against their country. Traitors! I could just see it now.
Judge, I believe you are ignoring me.
I'm not ignoring you, Simon. Do you know what kind of morning I've had? I've been in the courtroom since 11 a.m. staring at the image of Muhammad. And why, oh why, didn't Rehnquist have it sandblasted when he had the chance?
To quote the justice, his reasoning, he said, was that the artwork was intended only to recognize him among many other lawgivers as an important figure in the history of law. It is not intended as a form of idol worship.
And so, what does that mean to me? It shouldn't be there. A frieze on the wall.
Judge, I advise you to not talk about your farm. The base won't understand a sustainable farm.
A sustainable farm. But one of our famous presidents had a sustainable farm. He kept it secret because he knew that...
They will think of you as something as a New Age progressive.
Yeah, New Age progressive. God forbid I should be a New Age progressive. I'm not a New Age progressive, Simon. I consider myself a true member of the Republic. A guardian of the Republic.
Refused to provide the necessary protection. President Johnson federalized the LOL.
President Johnson once said,
Sunday, March
Judge,
21st.
I advise you not to bring up President Johnson.
but President Johnson was one of our most...
People gathered at Brown Chapel Church for the journey to Manga.
When Johnson was a young boy, he always wanted to... He was a non-violent man, even though he dropped thousands, hundred thousands of pounds of napalm on the people of Vietnam. He was still a non-violent man. I truly believe that he lived with slavery as a Texan back in Virginia. What am I saying? My God, I can't say this about Johnson. Johnson was a Democrat after all, but he was the kind of Democrat that now a true Republican would want to be. He was more than just a Democrat. He was a man of the United States. He was a true patriot. He was a man who felt that...
My dad says that the public seems upset by you talking about President Johnson. They see you as idolizing him, which they feel threatened by.
Excellent. Change off hands. Left hand now. Pull left hand in, try right hand.
54 miles and 5 days march. They were now 25.
Take a step backwards. Hands out. And out straight. Nope, out at your sides. And thank you.